video, I want to talk about love. It's currently Valentine's Day for me. I'm gonna do my best to get this uploaded today. I woke up really angry. I woke up wanting to scream, and it felt like I had a lot of energy in my body, and I started listening to music to get my body moving, and that's what made me realize that I just have a lot of energy today, and it's because there's so much in the air, and I myself am single, and I also am somebody who didn't think I would be single at this time in my life. I thought that I would, be married, if not engaged, and have the soulmate portion of my life figured out. It's really funny how things work out, because if you don't know, my name is Emily, I'm 26, and I recently left a relationship that I was invested in for about 3 years. The realization that I've been coming to the last few weeks is that my solitude is so important to me. It's so important to me because it realigns me to what I'm here for, right? So I am so grateful for the ending of that relationship. I'm grateful for the entire relationship, but specifically the ending because of what it reawakened inside of me. And it showed me that the journey, the soulmate journey, the quest for love, this desire that we have to find our perfect person is something of an illusion. It's something of a distraction placed on us from a very young age. Masculine or feminine, those same themes are shown to us about finding a specific partner and settling down, all those things. For boys, a bit different than girls, sure, but it's the same premise, right? And I feel like I come from a generation specifically where love is somewhat of a fairy tale. I have a very old school way of what love is supposed to look like, and I always will. And it's really important to me to hold on to that. However, it's also very clear to me that the whole idea of another person coming into my life and making things feel complete has been an illusion from the very beginning, keeping me wrapped up in this hustling game, right? I recently quit dating completely. I won't be searching for somebody to get to know or go on a date with. I will just do, the things I want to do, and if somebody comes along, they come along, but I'm completely done with seeking a partner, because I realize that there really is no reason for me to be with somebody else. There are so many reasons why we have community as human beings. We thrive on human interaction in a way. But at the end of the day, consciousness does not require interaction. I can continue to awaken and grow the more that I go within. And when I go out and step into the world, it's like a test. It's like a divine playground that I get to take part of. I've gone to therapists and psychiatric hospitals in my life, and I've been on a few different medications, and I have not always identified as somebody who would consider themselves healthy. Earliest memories of deep sadness are 5 and 6 years old. There's no really particular reason why a young child should be feeling that way, but I was deeply, and it continued to manifest and cultivate into a full-blown issue that I couldn't reel back in without professional help and serious isolation away from the hustle and bustle of the real world. I don't have to worry about a job. I don't have to worry about speaking to people. I don't have to worry about going anywhere. I can just worry about finding my center again and recalibrating to that inner flow. That is what trumps medication. That is simple meditation. That is conscious awareness. That's all that is. The thing about me is I am highly sensitive. I'm a highly, highly sensitive, yet aware person, which the two, I know people might think, well, if you're sensitive, you're probably very aware, but actually the two don't always coexist. I just want to spend the day loving on me and myself, because that's what the relationship that I was striving for all along was. That thing that I was always looking for was just myself. I don't really require, and none of us really require like another human person, another physical body. What we require is understanding. I personally this video is just going to be like a whatever, Emily's thoughts. I personally don't think I'm going to have actual naturally born children. I don't feel that it's necessary. The point of me coming down to this earth was to raise my consciousness and awareness, to see the world as it really is and thrive in that, and help as many other people as I can understand this. That's what I came down here for. If I naturally have a child, I will just be continuing a cycle of disease, to be honest with you. It's really difficult for me to see myself having a child with the current state of affairs. I'm a very optimistic person. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a very optimistic person, and I think that at the end of the day, what matters most is our vibration and what we see for the world. And what I see is a really beautiful, happy place. I don't necessarily need to have my own children to have that, though. This temporary experience, and I want to do as much with it as I can. And what I've realized is the pursuit of another person is a hindrance of that power and connection to source. What I realize is most important, especially at this day and age, is our frequency and maintaining the highest vibration possible, because there is a lot of suffering and confusion and disillusion happening right now. It's because people are disempowered, or they feel disempowered. They've been brainwashed to believe that they are victim to what is. And it's really important to hold strong in the truth, which is that we are the creators of our reality, because that frequency is felt. I probably should have looked up how to say it, but Ex Machina sounds more proper. I watched that for the first time a few days ago, like last week maybe, and something that really sticks out in that film is the part where Caleb is showing Nathan the brain, the way that he created the AI by pulling all of the internet feeds or whatever. I understood it, but I more understood it on a wider concept, so I don't really know exactly what he said, but he took, because he essentially created his own Google. He took everybody's searches, configured, a way of how humanity thinks, essentially, the way that we process information, and that is essentially the stream of information that the AI builds off of. I also saw a video the other day of this man. I don't know who it was, so if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. But there was a video of this man talking about how what he believes is that we are breathing in consciousness. That's what air is, because when we hold our breath, we pass out, we don't die, we simply lose consciousness. So at any point, you can consider the air you're breathing to be your life, kind of just like a spread out field above us and all around us. This cosmic, human, galactic intelligence is constantly swirling around us, and we're breathing it in. We're breathing in this access to intelligence and life, and we are also at the same time a receiving signal. I'm really happy, even though it's Valentine's Day and I'm on my own. I feel really, really good. So I took myself over to my favorite metaphysical store. I was going to tell you the name, but I don't want to tell anybody where I live, but I picked up this deck, the Rumi deck by Alana Fairchild. I have seen one of my favorite YouTube creators use this. Her name is Leora Alexandra. Whenever she would do an energy reading, I believe she would pull from this deck, and I just remember being in love with the book, the guidebook, because each card has a very, very gorgeous message tied to it that reads more on the energy and gives you even a ritual to do. And I was always drawn to that. And the other day I saw it in the store, so I just had to have it. Let's pull a card for today for this video in honor of Valentine's Day. I love this day. I remember being a little girl and my dad would always bring me and my mom flowers. He would always make me feel loved. 17, the human gift. Let's read a little bit. Oh heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved, with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you, with so much doubt and suspicion. Do you bemoan? Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Do you berate yourself, blazing angel, because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust in love more than you trust in your fear? Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living in greater surrender? And yet, when is light more precious than when it arises from darkness? When is trust more admirable than when it involves an uncertain yet bold leap of faith? O human angel, your path is perfection in the divine sense, not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in the wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubts and admonishments. It's a white butterfly. So rise up now from your doubts and admonishments and let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you are still a cherished one of the great beloved and always shall be.